parts of my life, and while I do that, I'm going to moisturize my hair. I had some twists in here. They looked a hot mess, so I had I had a meeting at work. So I took them out. But they're not moisturized. It's just kind of on top of my head right now. Anyway, but today I'm going to talk about my postpartum journey. I'll start with the beginning of the pregnancy. So December of 2019, I went to the doctor. Well, let me start this way. So me and my husband got married in March of 2019. And from that time, like we weren't using any protection or anything like that. And I wasn't trying to get pregnant, but nothing happened. So in my little head, I was like, well, it's been X amount of months, I'm protected, and I haven't gotten pregnant or had a scare or anything like that, So I went to the doctor, excuse me. I feel like, all right, let me be transparent. Okay, so I'm a big girl, as you can see, and as you grow up being a big girl and you have issues or health issues that come up, all of it, they tell you, stems from your weight, right? So I went to the doctor in December of 2019 thinking that, okay, maybe it's my weight, maybe that's why I haven't had a scare or anything like that. So I go to the OB, she does, I think, a pap smear, and, just checks on everything, and she asked me, like, are you getting your period, and, does it come on time, like, is it irregular? I'm like, no, it's regular. And every time, on the dot, it comes, and she's like, well, you should really be okay as far as having children, so you just need to be more intentional with your dates. So she said, I'm going to give you some prenatals just to kind of, I guess, prime your body. I don't know. I wasn't taking them. Because I'm going to give you some prenatals. And you come back in March, right? So I think the appointment was scheduled for like mid-March of the next year. And so January, and I want to say, we tried for the rest of December, and then I think January and maybe the mid-February, I was taking tests and I didn't see anything. So again, it goes back to that whole your weight is an issue thing when you grow up as a fat kid. I just assumed that that's what it was. I was like, well, you're not going to get pregnant until this weight. It is what it is. So I talked to God, I made a prayer, and I was like, God, if I don't get pregnant by April of 2020, I'm just going to have to, hunker down on my weight loss. Excuse me. Maybe look into getting like weight loss surgery, something, so I can have my baby. Because it was always my dream to be a mom, or at least one of my dreams to be a mom. So yeah. Then come March of 2020, I take a test, and it's like the faintest line. If I don't know, I'm not used to this whole videoing thing. If I can insert the picture, I will insert the picture. The faintest line, but it was on. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna get too hyped. I was hyped though. I'm not gonna get too hyped. I'm gonna go to the doctor's appointment because this is again March. I think the appointment was like March 10th or something. The appointment was in March. I'm like, I'm just gonna go. She's gonna take a test anyway, and we're gonna see. So I go, and surely enough, I was like 4 weeks pregnant. All right, fast forward through that pregnancy. It's going good, healthy. I had morning sickness with my son, but nothing major. Okay. So let me see here. All right, let's get to the. Ooh, honey. Let's get to the whole birthing process. So, I was induced at 40 weeks, and see my hair. Sorry, y'all. I was induced at 40 weeks, and I was in labor for 48 hours. They gave me Pitocin, all that, and nothing was happening. I got to like maybe a 1, and then I guess it closed back up or something like that. So I had to have a C-section. My son was due November the 15th, and I had him on my husband's birthday on November the 17th. How cute was that? Anyway, so we had a C-section. We get home and everything's, great. Like, this is the baby that I prayed for. He's beautiful. He's healthy. Like, no issues as far as that goes. So let's fast forward a couple months. I'm happy. But now they're just adjusting. So trying to keep up with the cleaning, trying to keep up with marriage, trying to keep up with finances, because when you have a baby in America, you can kind of plan, like save money. I don't know. Finances was a little shaky. So I don't know. After a while, I just started not feeling good. Maybe in about 2-3 months. And when you go postpartum, they give you these little questionnaires. They give you these little questionnaires out there. Like you have like 2 postpartum visits, and they're like, they don't even personally ask you. It's just like a little list, and are you having suicidal thoughts? Do you regret, like stuff like that. And I'm like, no, I'm happy my baby's here. That's good. So I remember not feeling good, but not thinking it was depression or, nothing along those lines. But my emotional state was a little rough, and then I was struggling with keeping up with the cleaning. Also, kind of side note, 2020, remember, pandemic. Pandemic, and here comes TikTok for me. And I'm having the realization that, girl, 9 times out of 10, you have ADHD. So I'm kind of, I don't know, my thoughts are all over the place. And I'll go into maybe later about why I'm like 90% sure I have ADHD. That's a story for another day. So I'm a little, I guess, angry, because I felt like this is something that, I don't know, growing up I thought ADHD was like someone being like this, or being like just revved up, or like, I don't think ADHD was what it is, or what it can be, because it's not the same for everybody. Anyway, I'm dealing with that, and I'm like, it's so much going on. I'm just like, why don't I feel good? I didn't feel depressed. It was nothing suicidal, nothing like that. Like, I just didn't feel good. And then I just kind of came to this realization, like, this is not during that time. This is recently, mind you. I came to the realization, like, you grieve after you have a baby. Like, nobody tells you that, or nobody tells you that you're gonna go through what I think is a grieving process. What are you grieving? Like, my baby's happy, he's healthy, he's here. Your life is completely just changed. Everything about your life is changing after that baby. After that baby's here, like, nothing is about you. It's about making sure that your baby is happy, healthy, whole, all of it. but you're grieving like your freedom, your sleep, your body is not yours. Your body doesn't feel like yours, especially if you're breastfeeding or um, pumping. I was pumping in my case. He didn't want to take no nipple honey, and I got big boobies, so it is what it is. Your body doesn't feel like yours. Your body feels foreign. You're grieving your time to yourself, grieving your relationships because you feel like you're in the house all the time. Like, your life is completely changed. Like, as you know it, it's no more. And it's never, I don't want to be like negative or cynical, but it's never going to be the same. You know what I mean? Like, once you have that baby, like, phase 2, different chapter. Like, everything that you do, you need to consider your child from that point. And it's just kind of a grieving process that you go through. Now, I did come through it. I did get through it. I want to say maybe around the 10-month-old mark, I was getting, it's like I felt a lot more clear, I don't know, in my thoughts and stuff. I did have a breakdown. I did have a breakdown. Like, I was feeling this way, and I didn't tell my husband. I don't know. I just kind of felt he wouldn't understand. I didn't feel like he was gonna understand, and to this day, I don't feel like he truly understands like what I went through at that time. It's just, I don't know. As a woman, postpartum, I guess. One, your emotions are all over the place. Your life has completely changed. Your body is doing weird things. It's just a lot. Anxiety about keeping your child. Like, I had anxiety about keeping my child happy, nourished, making sure that as he gets older, am I challenging him? Am I teaching him like I'm supposed to? You know. It's just, it's not easy. Another thing that I haven't mentioned is when you're married and you have a baby, not only are you expected to keep up with the cooking and the cleaning and make sure your baby's together and make sure your finances are together and make sure your body is still okay. Like, not only do you deal with those things, but I'm just gonna say it. This is my journal, honey. I'm just gonna say it. My libido was in the toilet. Like, I didn't want to be bothered in that way. Like, after my baby's good and he's asleep, leave me alone. That's how I felt. I'm gonna be honest. Like, leave me alone. Don't touch me. Don't ask me. That's how I felt. And of course, I wasn't being that way towards him. It's just like, maybe not tonight. I don't know. Maybe not tonight. Like, I wasn't interested, like, at all. Like, don't even bring it up. It's like, why did you even bring it up? That's how I felt, and I was communicating to him like, I'm just not feeling it, and he was patient. But I mean, he can be patient and say, well, it's okay, I understand, and he was good with it, but I mean, you still know as a person, like, okay, well, he's still not happy, he's still not getting what he feels like he needs, and you feel guilty about that. Like, when I tell you, beautiful, I have my son, I have beautiful memories, beautiful pictures. Man, that grief, that whole shift is a mother. I laugh because, I don't know, you get it? A mother. I don't know. Anyway, so a lot of it just got better around the 10-month mark. It just felt like my thoughts were clear. But again, I felt like my grieving process was over at that point. And then in October of 2021, I found out that I was pregnant. And man, was I like, tell you, um, my sister was having a birthday party. Her birthday is October 8th. And, you know how they say babies do that thing where they look between their legs? Neelan did that. And it really made me think, like, okay, well, you slick haven't had a period. And you know, you slick haven't had a period. So, I went to go take a test because I knew her birthday was on the 8th. We were going to be celebrating. I was ready to drink for the first few times after having my son and after breastfeeding or pumping. I was ready to, like, you know, have fun. And lo and behold, I go take that test on in October the, like, 6th, whatever day it was. And the girl comes out that she's pregnant. And he's like 10 months at this point, 11 months at this point. So, I mean, like, I cried. Like, I went and took the test, and before I could even, like, you know, you pee on the stick. And I'm like, you know, getting myself together, and I sit on the floor. And before I could even get up and, like, finish cleaning and, you know, pull out my pennies, I see 2 lines. Now, with Neelan now, it was the faintest line. And I wanted to see that line, and it's there, but it kind of wasn't. With my daughter, with Neilani, it boom. Boom. And I'm like, what? Like, oh my gosh. I didn't, I don't know if I want to say that. I didn't enjoy pregnancy physically. So, not only am I gonna have to go back through this physical process, but I also felt like I'm gonna go back through this mental turmoil that I just got out of. However, that's what I say with your first baby. It's a grieving process because, you know, she's here now, and like, it was completely different in my mentality. Like, I was cleaning more, but I wasn't grieving then. You know what I mean? I feel like it's a grieving process. I'm not a psychologist or anything, but that's just kind of, I feel like that's what it is. But I have both kids now. They're happy. They're healthy. Thank God. That's what I pray for. Mentally, I'm a lot. Like, mentally, I'm fine. Let me go ahead and say that. Mentally, I'm fine. At this point, I'm just trying to do the things that I said I wanted to do and I've put off for years. This video diary being one of them, okay? And maybe one day I'll talk about or journal about how long that has been in the making, honey, because I don't know. When you have anxiety like that, it's like every good thought comes with a bad one. And I'm trying to, like, shut the bad ones up, okay? You don't know how much just doing this is, like, to me, because I've talked myself out of it for so long, okay? And I've done little videos here and there, and I don't know. You just talk yourself out of it. You don't do anything with it. I don't know. I may post it one day. We'll see. But yeah, a lot better. If you're a mom right now, or you want to be a mom soon, just kind of prepare yourself for, you know, we gear up to prepare for the baby, but we don't prepare for how you as a person, because you're still a human individual that has feelings and thoughts and wants and needs. We don't prepare for what that is going to look like post-baby, or how you may feel, or the support that you may need post-baby. And, you know, just prepare yourself. It doesn't have to be scary. Just kind of be realistic about what your expectations are. And I think that'll really help. But past that, let me see, my hair looking better. I don't know, it is what it is at this point. Past that, that. Have a great day today, you know. It is what it is. Have a great day, okay? I love you, girl, and